Alright, well, I'm testing out the GoPro on this new helmet that I got and the microphone. I don't know if y'all can hear me or not, honestly, but we're just going to go with it. I also don't know if y'all can see, but we'll give it a shot for a little bit. I know we'll be able to see a lot better in the lighter places. So we'll try to get to a road that has a lot more lights on it, and we'll go from there. Alright, well, I can close my visor, I guess. Alright, so this is the first time going out with the GoPro on the helmet and a microphone. This is the first time I've ever done this at all. Like, I've had GoPros on my helmet before, but I usually don't have a microphone just because I don't know, I don't typically do a whole lot of talking. But I figure if I'm going to give my shot at this motor vlog thing, I mean, even if it's just for fun, like, I guess it'd kind of be fun for y'all to be able to hear what I'm saying. And that way we can talk and I can answer y'all in the comments and, you know, kind of tell y'all about myself and figure out some more stuff about y'all. But first things first, I am Jay. It's not just the letter J, it's actually like, I better pause that before I get copyrighted. It's not just the letter J, it's J, like J-A-E, as you can see on my name. And that's actually my initials for my name. I don't know if my parents did that on purpose whenever they named me, but I mean, I think it's cool. It's like a unique way to spell it. But yeah, I'm Jay, so it's just Jay. 706. 706 is my area code around where I live. I couldn't come up with anything else. Just Jay was taken apparently on its own. So I live in Augusta, Georgia. Augusta, Georgia gets a lot of hate sometimes, but I mean, I quite like it, honestly. You got your mix of a little bit of town, and you're still close to the countryside when you want to get out of the country. Like, it takes me, I don't know, 5-10 minutes to get out of the city and get on some back roads, which is great. And you're kind of in between everything. So like, you got Savannah, that's not too far away, like 2.5 hours, or you got the mountains, that's 2.5 hours the other direction. So it's like a great in-between spot. Oh, we got a little bit of water right here. It's a little cool out, so get these tires a second to warm up. I've also been hearing a lot of sirens and things going on. So I don't know what's going on with that, but whatever that is, we're going to try to stay away from it and just do our own thing. So we're going to make our way to a better well-lit area, hopefully. Try to get over to Riverwash. Hopefully there's not too much traffic going on down that direction. That is closer to downtown, and it is a Saturday night, so there's probably going to be a bunch of cops out, especially on Riverwatch, which I don't mind. But I mean, police don't bother me, you know. I don't bother them. I've had nothing but really good run-ins with the police, as long as you're respectful, you know, it's usually pretty fine. But the only problem that I do have with police is that Riverwatch is a very fun road, and they like to sit over there sometimes and ruin the fun. That's really the only problem I have. So we'll probably do a little pass through, see if anybody's sitting out watching, and then we'll come back through, do a little zippity-doo ride coming back on the way back through. But it's a nice night out, honestly. Oh, okay, well, they stopped. I'm glad they was paying attention. It's a nice night, so I think it's 67 degrees. It sounds like something's flapping somewhere, but I can't figure out what it is. It might be the air coming through my helmet, or somewhere. I honestly don't know, but it's annoying the heck out of me. Alright, so yeah, I'm gonna take a second to figure out what the heck is making that noise, and I'll turn you all back on whenever we get to Riverwatch. I think I figured out what that noise was. It was my visor catching wind and making a weird noise. I don't hear it anymore. I haven't stopped to check it yet, but it didn't sound like there was anything wrong with the bike, so I'm really not that concerned about it. But this is Riverwatch. Actually, technically, I've been on Riverwatch for like the past 5 minutes. But this is like the fun part of Riverwatch, where it goes towards downtown Augusta, Broad Street. Like I said earlier, there's probably some cops sitting over here, so I'll probably have to do like a slow pass first, scope it out. Also make sure there's not any deer or nothing standing on the side of the road. And then we'll do a little bit more spirited one on the way back through. And it has a bunch of lights, so I feel like it should be well lit up enough to where the GoPro should pick it up at least halfway decent. Maybe not. It's actually not as bright as over here as I thought it was, but it might be light enough between the fog lights and the headlight and stuff. Yeah, we'll cut her up to her smooth 60 and just let her ride for now. Oh, close my visor so I'm not reeking. Yeah, that sounds definitely the visor. I don't know why it's making that sound though, but yeah, okay. So note to self: don't close the visor all the way because you can't get it back open. Yeah, Riverwatch. I forgot what I was even talking about because after once I shut the camera off before. So we'll just pick up something new, I guess. So it's Friday night and I'm out cruising on the 2023 Indian Challenger Elite. This is actually my first bagger ever. I'm a sport bike guy. Like I've always ridden sport bikes. I grew up riding motocross and dirt bikes and trail riding and stuff, and then I got into sport bikes, and then I was like, sport bikes isn't life. Then I started getting older and all those injuries started catching up to me, and I was like, sport bikes get a little rough. And then the Indian Challenger came out, the 2020. Well, I guess they announced it in 2019, and I saw one and I was like, dang, that is a good looking bike. And I was like, and it's kind of set up like a sport bike, honestly. It's a sport cruiser is what I call it. But it was set up like more so of my riding style. So I was like, I'm gonna get one of those one day. And then 3 years later, I guess technically like 2 years, 2.5, 3 years later, we'll just go with that. I put in my order to get the Top Dog Challenger because I figure if I'm going to spend that much money, I'm just going to go big and get something real nice. So that's how I ended up with the Challenger Elite. I love it so far, honestly. My only complaint about it is, and I said this in my 2,300 mile review, is that the front suspension is really, really soft. So it dives hard, like under heavy braking, or even just light braking. It just dives a lot, and I don't really like that. But I know Forever Rad, I think they are coming out with some adjustable forks for these things. So I might have to look into that pretty soon. Also, you can get a 2-inch lift with it too on the adjustable forks. I was like, so that'd be nice. Because while this thing handles great, it doesn't have a whole lot of lean angle. And I might just be used to riding sport bikes and having like an ungodly amount of lean angle. That might be just what it is. I don't know. But it's real easy to scrape the floorboards on this thing. But it's subtle. Like, it's not like it's like jolty or anything. Like, you just kind of lean it over and you feel it scrape, and then you can just leave it there and it doesn't really upset the bike at all. So that's a plus for that. But definitely with me being a sport bike guy, I wanted to go with the Indian Challenger because I felt like it was more set up like a sport bike. I absolutely have nothing against Harleys at all whatsoever. I like Harleys, but just their bikes out of the gate just don't have the suspension that this thing has, and a lot of the other features. I feel like you get more bang for your buck with this thing. But like I said, there's no hate on Harleys at all. Love Harleys. My father-in-law has a really nice street glide. Love it. We're gonna hit Riverwatch again because I didn't see any cops. So now we'll pick up the pace a little bit this time. I'm like all over the place right now just because I don't have a specific topic to go off of. So I'm just gonna talk about bikes because that's what I like to do. Ride bikes, shoot guns, drive cars. So I guess we can talk about what we got in the stable right now. Right now we have the 23 Challenger Elite. Then I have my 07 R1, which I feel like honestly 07, 08 are the best years for the R1s. I love them. Have that bad girl. Been having a lot of stator and rectifier issues with that thing lately though. So I don't know. I haven't really taken the chance to get that figured out. Yeah, to figure that out. There you go, let's get it. I haven't really taken the chance to, or taken the time to get that figured out, to figure out exactly what's going on with that thing. So, it just sits in the garage right now, which I feel really bad about because I love that bike. And right now I can't trust it to ride it anywhere because either the rectifier will quit on me or the stator will quit on me. So I don't really take it that far, and it just sits in the garage. I need to change the rectifier out and see if that will fix it from the last time it fried something. Actually, I don't know. The stator might be bad now since the last time it quit on me. But yeah. And then we got the 2020 Mustang GT PP Performance Pack with the Stage 2 Whipple, Stainless Works long tube headers, full Borla S-type exhaust with the Borla resonator to take down some of that rasp and make it a little bit more tameable on cold starts. But as soon as you go wide open throttle, it just works like a straight through exhaust. Sounds freaking glorious. I have a couple videos of that bad girl on my YouTube channel already, so if y'all want to go check her out, you can do that. Alright, yeah, so this is the fun part of Riverwatch. So we can get down and boogie a little bit over here. I came through here the other night and it wasn't too bad. But we'll show y'all what this Indian Challenger can do. She gets down. This is like pretty much the funnest road that we have in around this section of Augusta. There's another fun road out by the lake, but that's in South Carolina. But I mean, it's still only 15-20 minutes away from here. It's called Deep Step. But like it's a back country road, so it's probably pitch black out there, and there's probably a bunch of deer. So I don't think I really want to go out there and try to be boogieing like this right now. We can ride out towards the lake, but y'all probably won't be able to see anything. But like, it's a fun road to get out there and boogie on. This road on the R1 is it's freaking great, honestly. Back in my hooligan days, we used to come through that whole section of road right there doing probably about no less than $130 on the sharpest curve on that section of road. So that's Riverwatch. That's like our little fun road. I don't know what else to talk about right now. I guess I could ride through downtown, but honestly I really don't like going through downtown. There's too much traffic, too much people, and I know there's going to be probably some people watching this like, that ain't too much traffic, that's nothing, I live so and so where. Yeah, I know there's worse traffic other places, but I hate traffic. So any little bit of inconvenience of pileup of cars that makes me have to stop for more than 5 seconds, or I go 2 feet and gotta pull my clutch back in and plop it in the new, I hate that. I can't do it. That's why I don't go to Atlanta to see my in-laws. Even though I love my in-laws. But I just hate the traffic. So I just try to stay on like the less populated areas and less trafficy parts of town. If I do ride around town, I typically don't really ride around town that much. But I try not to go out on the back roads when it's also pitch black dark at night either. So that is an old Triumph, maybe. It might have been a Ducati. Yeah, I try not to go on the back roads when it's like this dark outside. But the dam is definitely something cool to ride over at night, because it has pretty bright lights over it, kind of like how Riverwatch was back there. So maybe we'll swing out there a little bit. I think my buddies are at Mellow Mushroom somewhere in Evans. I might swing by there and say what's up to them. But we'll just start making our way that direction, and I guess we'll just kind of figure out what we want to do. But I'm not going to sit here and make y'all watch this the whole time. I'm going to turn the camera off and listen to some music, and then I'll pull you back up whenever we can start getting close to the dam. Alright, peace. Change of plans. We're not going to the lake. My wife just texted me and said that our best friend just got home and her back door was unlocked, and she didn't realize it at first as she was walking through the house, and then she realized her back door was open, and then she said she heard like it sounded like somebody was in the backyard. So I'm heading over there right now to check things out and make sure everything's okay over there. Y'all, we are very strong Second Amendment advocates over here, so I do carry a pew-pew on me all the time. So hopefully we don't have to use said pew-pew this evening, but we gotta do what we gotta do sometimes. So I'm heading over there right now. She lives not too far from us, so she's like kind of around the corner, but I wasn't very close to the house. I wasn't terribly far away either, so we're gonna ride over there and check things out for her real fast, and we might go out to the dam after that. I don't know. I got to see how much gas I have. I hate stopping to get gas, so we'll just kind of see what's going on. That was the police back there. I was kind of boogieing a little bit. Hopefully he won't say anything. Probably won't bother me. Richmond County cops are pretty chill with bikes for the most part, as long as you're not being too crazy reckless. Man, that's crazy. Also, there was like a big, huge like drug bust over here in Augusta not too long ago. I guess some like prisoners escaped from Macon, and then they caught, I think, 2 or 3 of them, or maybe one of them, up the street from our friend's house that I'm actually going to check on right now. So hopefully it's not a situation like that, because I think they said one guy was like still on the loose or something. So hopefully it's just she heard some cat walking in the leaves in the backyard or something, or an armadillo or a raccoon. But that's also very weird that her back door was open. I don't have my Senna on this helmet, so I can't call her while I'm riding, because then I could just ask her like, hey, you know, like, did it look like your door was forced open, or did it look like you forgot that it was open? So I don't know. I just hoping nothing happens before I get there. She said that she walked around and looked through it, I think, which I wish she would have just came back outside and called me instead. But she said she didn't look like she saw anything. She's inside right now. She said she locked the door inside. But I mean, I don't know. I guess if you feel like you're safe inside and there's nobody in there, it makes sense to go ahead and we're gonna go around. Go ahead and lock the door. Just in case somebody is outside, and I guess, you know, at least you're inside with the door locked. But if somebody's inside, then you're inside with the door locked with the person that you're trying to hide from. So I don't know. I'm pretty sure everything's alright, but I'm respectfully making my way over there fairly quickly, but not like breaking any crazy laws or anything, because she just wants me to come check it out to double check and make sure, and I was like, alright, I understand that. She freaking called me and was like, I think somebody's in the house. Then yeah, I'd probably be setting land speed records right now. But don't have that situation right now. There's always something with her. Always something. I don't know. I love her to death though. Since we're on the pew pew topic, y'all drop a comment. Let me know what pew pews y'all carry. I carry I just totally drew a blank. What the heck do I carry? A Springfield. I carry a Springfield Armory. Mod. No, it's not a Mod 2. It's a 4.0. 45. I've had this thing for so long, I literally can't remember what I have. I don't know. I have to look at it. I'll probably have it out here shortly, but I'm not going to show you all that part of the video. Then I'll look at it and remember what I have, and then I'll let y'all know. Alright, let me close this out because we're getting pretty close to her house, and I'll pick y'all back up after I check everything out. We get back on the road. Alright, we're back. Went over there, checked out the house, checked the yard. Everything looked good. We're starting to think that she just forgot to close the door when she left, because she said it was like barely open. So she said she was kind of rushing when she left. So she's kind of thinking that she just forgot to close it. But I did a full sweep of the house, full sweep of the backyard, everything around the house. Thank God. Nothing looked like it was disturbed or anything. So yeah, got that all done and checked out with. She's good to go. I told her if she hears anything suspicious, just call me and I'll come back over. Like I said, like she lives like right around the corner from us. It takes probably maybe 7 minutes to get to her house from our house. So told her to just call me back if she hears anything that sounds suspicious to her. And it's Saturday night, so it's not like I'm doing anything other than just riding around, enjoying this nice weird weather that we're having in November. It was like 80 degrees earlier today, which is, I guess, isn't totally out of the ordinary for Georgia. I mean, it's been 85 degrees on Christmas before. We were on the lake camping, so I guess it's not too crazy. But I wish it would hurry up and cool down so I can get some better hunting in. It's been so warm lately, the deer haven't even been moving a whole lot. So that's the main thing I'm waiting on, is for it to cool down so I can do some more hunting. I've only got one deer so far. We're like halfway through the season. And here's a random car speeding off next to me. I guess he thought he was cool because he saw I had a GoPro. Okie dokie. You do you, bud. Just stay away from me. That's all I ask. Looked like he was also on his phone. So, this part of town probably looks familiar because this is where we left from. Where we go to after this, I don't have the slightest idea. I know I probably need gas soon. That's a given. So I don't think we're gonna make it out to the dam tonight, honestly. It's not looking too promising for that, because I would have to get gas. I don't feel like stopping. Hey, 1996, that's what I'm talking about. Oh, concealed carry guns. That's what we were talking about. And I didn't even pull mine out because I didn't see a reason to. While I was looking around, I didn't see anything suspicious. But I'm pretty sure, I know it's a Springfield Armory. Dang it, what is that thing called? XDS. It's the XDS 4.0 45. That's what it is. Golly, I don't know why I could not remember that. Yeah, I've had this gun since 2016. However long that is. 7 years. It's been a great gun. I haven't had any problems out of it. It's very easily concealable. I'm wearing it right now. Pretty comfortable to wear on a motorcycle. I also have a We the People holster, inner waistband holster, so that's also pretty comfortable. It makes it easier to carry this thing. Now, it does kind of dig into the top side of your it does dig into the top of your side sometimes, like when you sit down, because it kind of angles it that direction to where it pushes inward. So sometimes you gotta kind of just adjust it while you're riding, but it's not too bad. I might hit up the boys, see if they sell that mellow mushroom. Swing through over there. Yeah. So what topics have we? We've gone over pew-pews. We've gone over what's in the stable. We've gone over the Challenger and how it is to ride. Travel. No, we haven't talked about travel. So we had that big Smoky Mountain trip back in September. I put a few clips of that. That was like my first time editing and really doing stuff. And I didn't have a really good camera back then. So I'm sorry for that. I just had to get something going to get y'all interested. But now I have this really nice GoPro Hero Black 11. And I have a microphone. So I'm all set up to go with that. That's all better. That was the first trip that I've ever done with my dad. Like, we kind of, like, we've done like little rides whenever I go to meet with him and see them in Oklahoma. Like, we've done like little rides there and stuff, but like that was the first like real big trip that he and I have ever done together, and it was something that we always wanted to do growing up. Like when I was a little kid, like the only thing I ever wanted to do was, you know, ride motorcycles with my dad. Went down and see him one year, rented a motorcycle, we went out riding around, and that was the first time we had ever ridden motorcycles together. And ever since then, it's been like, that's all we want to do. I love it. I love riding with my dad. I love riding with my father-in-law too. I'm so blessed to have married someone that has a dad who also has the same passion for motorcycles that I do. So me and my father-in-law, we ride all the time. And since they just live in Atlanta, you know, that's not that, it's 2.5 hours from where I'm at. Like, he and I get to ride pretty often, so that's great. So it's like I still get to ride with my dad. It's just, you know, not my biological dad. Uh-oh, somebody's in trouble. Oh yeah, travel. Yeah, so we did a big old 6-day long trip up in the Smoky Mountains. We stayed in Robbinsville, North Carolina. We hit all those good roads around there, and then that kind of started this thing of like, now like once a year we'll go out and do our own little yearly trip. That was my buddy Josh. That was actually one I was talking about earlier. I was like, oh, I'll go see if there's still that mellow mushroom. That was him right there. Him and my other buddy, they went out.